Hey everybody, Grest here. So I got a couple of pistols sitting here on the tabletop to show you guys, and let's go ahead and get to talking about it. Alright folks, so first off, just to show you guys that we are clear and safe. So nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber on either one of these two pistols right here. We are clear and safe and good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this pistol to the side for now. The focus of this video is actually going to be on this little guy right here, and this particular video is a little bit long overdue. Kind of what prompted me to go ahead and do this is that I did an unboxing video on this particular pistol a few years ago, and magically it was purged from the YouTube channel. So anyways, so here we are back again. We're going to talk a little bit more about this pistol. This is one I've had in my collection for quite a long time. This is the Glock 44 pistol. Now what's unique about this pistol is that unlike majority of all the other Glock pistols out there, this particular one is in rimfire. So back when ammo was a little scarce or scarcer, you know, having a firearm like this that shoots rimfire as opposed to a centerfire counterpart is actually a pretty good idea. And so just want to show you kind of what we got going on here. Now this is my Glock 19X. You guys have seen this on the channel many times over the years. So essentially it's a Glock 19 slide with a Glock 17 frame. And if you look at the two of these together, the Glock 44 is essentially a Glock 19 in all size, shape, and features. These are both considered Generation 5 Glocks. What makes this a little different from a Gen 4? No finger grooves. It also has the ambidextrous slide lock on both of these guys as well. The horrendously horrible factory Glock trigger, of course. So the Glock 44 here, I picked this up again back when there was a little bit of a ammo scarcity, and I still wanted to you know, practice. So the topic of today's video is essentially, what have I thought about this particular pistol over the years? What has my experience been? And do I think it is a viable training option as opposed to a centerfire counterpart? So a couple of little things about this pistol that set it apart also from your standard Glock 19 is the fact that the slide itself is a polymer material. It does have some metal on here as well. The sights that it comes with are plasticky, however the rear sight does have some adjustability to it. But other than that, it is basically a Glock 19 clone. Now one of the complaints I kind of had about this is the fact that it is very lightweight, so it does not have the weight of a Glock 19. However, they did that in order so it would cycle all of your different rimfire ammunition. Now, as far as rimfire ammunition, I have run CCI standard through here mostly, as well as CCI mini mag. Never had any issues. There's probably some other stuff I've forgotten that I've ran through here, but for the most part, this thing eats a steady diet of CCI. That's been my go-to rimfire for just overall reliability and accuracy over the years. It's not match grade ammo, but it does work very well. I do have a Olight PL2 Valkyrie out here. I'm not really a fan of Olight stuff. I have a few of their lights. And you know, this being a training pistol, you know, I opted to leave the Olight on there since I don't plan on using this for defensive use. So yeah, a couple other things about this particular pistol. It does come with two of these Glock magazines. They do have the little thumb thing here on the side to help assist with loading. Rimfire is kind of a pain to load sometimes, especially how small it is. And this, the idea here is that you depress it so you take the spring pressure off and then you can load it. So it is only a standard capacity mag of only 10 rounds. That's kind of my other complaint. They easily could have done this same magazine with a 15 round capacity, or at least have an option of a 15 round capacity, because that's the standard capacity of a Glock 19, which this is basically there to emulate. Now you can go to the aftermarket. Pro Mag, I have a few of their 18 round magazines, and I know some folks have had some problems with their Pro Mags. I have not had any issues whatsoever with those. One of the things also you're going to notice on my magazines, I do tend to mark them in case I start to have hiccups with mags. I can at least keep track of which ones that I am having problems with. As far as the pistol itself, you know, again, it is a basically the same as a Glock 19. The slide, just the feel of that, the overall recoil spring is similar as well. So if you're going to train with this, you know, it's very comparable, right? The only thing that is not comparable to a Glock 19 is going to be the recoil, which is nothing, and then also the fact that it is a little lighter overall weight. But other than that, it is essentially a Glock 19 clone. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking, well, with 9mm ammo being readily available and fairly reasonable, why wouldn't I just continue to train with 9mm? And I get that. I train mostly with 9mm myself or dry fire, but having a rimfire option as well is not a bad thing. Also for new shooters, this thing, you know, if you're taking somebody to range that's new to shooting and you want to get them started out, I always recommend a rimfire with iron sights, something like this here, just to kind of get their feet wet and practice the fundamentals, and then you can of course move them up to something that is center fire. But yeah, so I don't know how many thousands of rounds I have through this thing. Rimfire is very cheaply priced. And, you know, this particular pistol has just been a wonderful pistol to own and shoot. And, you know, it's totally original. So there's nothing that's been done to it. It's as it came from the factory. Fits my Glock holsters perfectly fine. Like I said, I do have, you know, additional magazines from Pro Mag. I have not gotten any of the any more of the OEM Glock mags. The other thing that I kind of wish it would have came with or had an option of is a threaded barrel. So rimfire is really fun to shoot suppress, and this out of the box does not have that option. Glock does offer a threaded barrel that's a drop-in for this. However, by the time you pick up one of those, you're almost halfway or over halfway to just picking up an entire new pistol. So it's a bit overpriced for what it is, but that's kind of the name of the game with the Glocks anyway. So, all right. So anyways, tell me what you guys' thoughts are on the Glock 44 pistol as a viable training option or a new shooter option. Do you guys have any pistols that you own that are kind of rimfire clones of their centerfire counterparts? You know, I know SIG has their 322. I know there's some others. I think Smith & Wesson with their M&P series, they have M&P 22 as well. So it's nice to have a rimfire kind of clone of the centerfire counterpart for training options. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Do you still train with rimfire on occasion? So I'm not shooting this all the time, but again, it is for me something I take out from time to time. So recently I took it out, and that was part of the reason I decided to do this video. If you're looking to support the channel, the best way you guys can support the channel is to head over to my website. If you use one of my affiliate links, such as to Brownells, which is truly the largest supporter of the channel at this point, you know, the channel does get a kickback. I always appreciate it anytime you guys can use one of my affiliate links. I try to post codes and stuff over there, monthly codes, and some standing codes as well. So much appreciated anytime you guys can do that. You know, for all your pew needs, Brownells is pretty much one-stop shopping for that. So, but anyways, I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.